Hey everybody, how you doing today? My name's Daniel Jesse, and what we're going to talk about today is the reticular activating system, also better known as the RAS. And have a little description here for you of what the RAS, or the reticular activating system, is. It's a network of neurons in the brainstem that regulates sleep-wake cycles, arousal, and attention. It's responsible for filtering incoming information to determine what's relevant and what's not, and only allowing the most important information through. The RAS can be used to focus on people, information, and opportunities that will help you achieve your goals. Alright, so what am I talking about with the RAS? The reticular activating system actually kind of decides our reality. It decides what we're going to pay attention to. It decides what we're not going to pay attention to. Um, you've heard that saying before that, you buy a new car and then suddenly you're seeing that new car everywhere you go. Or you buy a new dress or a new shirt or something. Everywhere you go, you see that dress, you see that shirt on other people. And what is happening here is your brain is deciding that that new purchase that you made of that dress or that shirt or that car or whatever it might be is now important to you, and it's going to pay attention and see that everywhere that it already is. So that's kind of what the goal of the reticular activating system does, is it filters out everything and just only shows us what's important to us. And so let me give you an example of how I use this in my own life, and this is how you could actually train it to benefit you. So most people, when they come across like a penny on the ground or whatever, they can't be bothered to pick up a penny. They can't be bothered to pick up loose change on the ground or whatever. And the way to train your reticular activating system to notice this stuff is to begin picking up those pennies, to be picking up the quarters, the whatever units of change you see on the ground all over the place. And what that does is it builds connections between that experience and the real world, I guess you could say. Because let me give you a personal story. So, I don't know, probably about 10 years or so ago, during our family Christmas exchange party, I was given a digital coin counting jar. It's a jar that, you drop the coins in the top of the jar and has a little digital readout that counts the change that's put into the jar. So that was, what I got from the family Christmas exchange thing. And so I'm just like, well, what can I do with this? I don't know. This is kind of weird. So anyway, I just decided, well, I'm just going to start picking up change. And so I started picking up change and dropping it in the jar. And, I'd come across, the pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, all that. But I'd also come across like, dollar bills. A few instances I came across $20 bills. So in a year's time, and living in downtown Salt Lake City, in the downtown district, apparently there's a lot of found money on the ground because I found a lot of it. And, like some years I found, over $100 of found money in the year. So there definitely is a lot of money to be found. And so what that did, though, is it built up a habit of telling my brain what's important for me to see in the world around me. And so now, 10 years plus on, I'll just be walking, minding my own business, and then in my periphery, somewhere over here in the dirt, I'll see a penny. It's like, who in the hell would notice that? But, when you train your reticular activating system to find money on the ground, your brain sees literally everything around you, and you would go crazy if it didn't filter the information. It would drive you nuts. But yeah, I literally see, change in my periphery, in the dirt, and on the street, all over the place. People, it even surprises me how and where I find money. It's really, really interesting. So that's a way to train the reticular activating system of things that you want it to be important. Things that are important to you to bring to your attention. So, like in the business world, besides finding change on the ground, you could be looking for business opportunities that you jump on. Different business scenarios, different buying opportunities to be able to jump on and take advantage of those. And the more you do that, the more connections your brain creates. And then your brain says, hey, that's important. That's, boom, bring that to your attention. Or that's important, bring that to your attention. And so it works very efficiently. I'm actually really impressed in what it's being able to bring to my attention. And so what I've done with, back to my found money on the ground scenario, what I've done with that money is I use it kind of like as a annual bonus of sorts. It's not a big bonus, but what I do is I take that found money at the end of the year and then I convert it into physical silver. So I add that to my stack of physical silver, and it's basically, consider that free money and free silver. So that's that's one method of doing things. What have you guys done? Have you ever heard of this? Have you ever heard of the reticular activating system? Have you ever heard of RAS? I know that Tony Robbins, the motivational speaker Tony Robbins, has spoken extensively of the reticular activating system in his books, and that's actually where I first heard about it, is from Tony Robbins. I forget what the name of the book was, but it was released probably around 1992 or so that I read that book and first learned initially about the reticular activating system. And but seeing it in actual practice, seeing it work in reality, to me, it's almost like a superpower. It's crazy when you realize what's happening, when you realize that you actually literally trained your brain to do this, that the rest of the world around you is completely blind to what you're seeing. Money on the ground, they're totally blind to it, but your brain is totally bringing it back into your attention. And I guess that's about as close a thing to a superpower that I've ever seen function in reality. And but it's completely real. It's fascinating, blows my mind. Keep in mind, if you like this information, if you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have your own experiences about the reticular activating system, I'd like to hear about those in the comment section below. Also in the description of this video, there's some links to books that I've written, my t-shirts that I sell on Amazon. So if you're interested in picking up some t-shirts that I've designed, books that I've written in the past, check out those links in the description below. And like, subscribe, share it, whatever. Be glad to hear from you. See you guys tomorrow. Have an awesome day.